Welcome back, Patriots. I'm Ron Kern, and thanks so much for tuning in to episode 25 of the Patriot Power Freedom Files, short, bite-sized stories about the American Revolution. Today's short episode is pretty darn interesting because on these days in history, September 9th and 10th, both happening in the year 1776, a couple of important events took place. The Continental Congress formally declared the name of our new nation was going to be called the United States of America. It was previously known as the United Colonies. On the next day, September 10th, Nathan Hale volunteered to spy behind British lines. He was a school teacher after graduating from Yale, and unfortunately he wasn't as good of a spy as he had been as a teacher. He was executed by hanging on September 22nd after being captured by the British. He is most famous by his last words, "I only regret that I have but one life to give my country." However, there is no historical record of that actually being said, and it came from a popular play at the time called Cato. There are a couple scenarios of how Hale was actually discovered and captured. One, which makes the most logical sense to me, is that Major Robert Rogers of the Queen's Rangers recognized him in a tavern, approached him, and pretended to be a patriot. When Hale exposed himself, Rogers and his men quickly apprehended him. Another story tells that Hale's loyalist cousin, Samuel Hale, turned him in. We really won't ever know. Robert Rogers looked like this, but you may recognize him by the character in the series he played on Turn. Because the British gave no option for Hale or even offered a prisoner exchange, his execution affected how George Washington treated John Andre, who was captured after working with Benedict Arnold on his eventual treason. Andre was hanged, but Washington did offer a prisoner exchange, but only if they exchanged him with Benedict Arnold, which the British refused and obviously never happened. This is a drawing of a self-portrait that John Andre drew while being held, and just a few days before he was executed. This is the only accurate pencil drawing ever done of Benedict Arnold, which to me is pretty remarkable because an actual painting should have been done considering he was so famous and held a very high rank. That is, of course, until he switched sides, of course. Thanks so much for watching, and enjoy in-depth podcast episodes on my podcast, the Patriot Power Podcast. And if you want to learn more and have show notes, links, videos, and lots of stuff for you, visit patriotpowerpodcast.com and have a wonderful rest of your week.